Hello, I'm MJ and I am your Atlas to Life. Today I'm going to do a pick a card reading, and this is a love reading. So let's see what we get here. I'm going to pull 3 piles quickly. There's 1 pile. Interesting, but that'll work. Set it off to the side. Sometimes those are the best piles. Okay. We have 4 in the first pile, 4 in the second pile, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the third pile. If you guys are interested in a personalized tarot card reading, my email address is eMJlifeAtlas@gmail.com. I am going to set the piles down here with their number. Give you a chance to just look at them. Now, I wanted to talk about what's been going on with everybody in the collective right now. Okay, as we are nearing the ending of Judgment Year, it's been very tough. And I'm getting a lot of impatience vibes from everybody. So it's my job here to remind you and me, all of us chosen souls, to just hang in there. These last days, these final judgments, they're going to be the toughest ones. But you're doing just fine. And just feeling that unease again, in which we didn't experience a lot. You know, over the last couple months, that just means that you're on the right track and you're doing the right thing, and I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. We need you. And your love is coming. I do know this. But let's look at these 3 piles. So whichever one you've chosen, I'll timestamp it down below. Go to your pile and just watch the meanings as they come up. I'm going to give everybody some letters. Each pile gets letters and numbers as well. So let's pull these ones off to the side. Okay, so this is pile number 1. I'll set that right up here. And we get, there's more hard work to be done. Just keep pushing at it. The sun is coming, that light that you've worked so hard for. The things that are being offered to you right now, currently. You may be needing to take something, the cup that you don't really want for the time being. But that's all going to change. And either somebody is trying to pull one over in a way on you, or that could be the very thing that you're working on. Because you feel like maybe you're trying to take a shortcut in some way or another. Before I go into the love meanings of this pile number 1, I'm going to throw down 3 letters for each pile. So this one for your pile, you get the letter F, the letter E, and the letter V. And your lucky numbers, your synchronicities to watch out for, are 3 7s. Okay, now for the meaning in love. Spirit, guide me intuitively to share this message with pile number 1. When it comes to your relationship, I feel like you've made an honest effort here. You've put forth a lot of work and time. And what I'm getting is to manifest this. And I do like, with the Sun card here, I think that it's just around the bend, right after that final push, is when you get that glory, that moment in the sun, when your relationship is going to be fully manifested and you're going to be living in that light, in that love. Now let's take a little glance into the other individual. I think that they could have some issues of their own. I feel like throughout their life, the things in their that were being offered to them, although they may not have been exactly what they were looking for or searching for, I think they were just taking what was given and trying to make it work, but it wasn't quite the right fit for them. And I get a sense that they're ready to put all of that behind and just look into the past instead of live amongst it when it comes to their relationship here. It's the feel that I'm getting from these cards. So for pile number 1, each pile is going to get 3 of the Luminant Spirit cards. And we get the Hermit in reverse. So they are ready. This is all going to change very fastly because now they're ready to stop being the number 9, the Hermit card. They don't need to go and do self-work anymore. That's what's going to bring them around to you. We get this 4 of Wands. And sorry for the pun, but when it comes to the love and the romance and the pomegranate here, you can look at it like in the past, they may have been sort of playing a game of tic-tac-toe, trying to get it right, but it has come together for them. And you guys are about to be together forever. And Emperor is the last card. So this Emperor card tells me that it had something to do with structure, with routine, with order. They were doing what they were doing, and they were with who they were with because they thought it was the right thing to do. This is the number 4. And I feel like it talks about fatherhood, that discipline. So it could mean that they were working on some things within them in the past before the Hermit card, got flipped upside down like it is now. And that now that they've come to terms with that stuff and they're ready to join instead of be solitary, they have more to offer you. And this relationship is going to be very fertile, and it's going to manifest pure desires for the two of you. So I think that pile number 1 is a very positive read. And I'm trying to keep these readings very short today because I know everybody's busy currently in their lives. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said before, my email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. So if you send me an email, we can set up a personalized reading for $30. And I don't just do love readings. And when I do them with my clientele, we spend long amounts of time together, and we really get to know how the card, pertains to your personal life before we move on to the next card. So I can't wait to meet you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay thankful, stay grateful, and we will all be blessed collectively. We're going to make it through this Judgment Day, Judgment Year. It's almost there. Namaste from MJ, your Atlas to Life. Stay bright. I love your vibes. Pile number 2. If you picked pile number 2, then this portion of the message is for you. Okay, so first off, we get the 9 of Swords, that wisdom in reverse. Something may have been keeping you up in the past at night. That's no longer going to be a problem. And what it was this temptation. I am sensing change. It was a temptation to change everything in order to move a little bit faster down this path. And the fourth card here is the 4 of Swords in reverse. So there may still needs to be some work that needs to be done as we finish up Judgment Year. There's 3 more things. 3 more divine wisdoms that you may need to come to terms with before you can really get there and manifest this relationship. I'm going to turn the light on real quick. It's a little too dark in here. There we go. That's a lot better. Now, each pile gets numbers, and you guys get the best number when it comes to manifesting. You get 888. I'm going to set it sideways here. Hold on just a little bit more. And then we get some letters that may be significant for you in your life, in your love, or just in general. First letter is S. The second letter is I. And the third letter is N. If those have any special meanings for you. Pile number 2. Okay, Spirit Guides. What does pile number 2 need to know about their love life? The wanting, the needing, the impatience and being pushy, and being fed up with not having your other half bonded to you is about to end. This 9 of Swords is in reverse, and the feel I get here, it takes me to the place of you guys lying together and holding each other in each other's arms is where I'm being led with that card. That comforting, loving, warming feeling. And then when we look at this 4 of Swords in reverse, I think that directly relates to when we don't have our other half, we are making deals with the universe, which is that moon card here, number 18. We are constantly in a state where we would do just about anything to have that other person. And the reading tells me that when you stop wanting, you shall receive, for one thing. But it's hard for you to live with the inner voice, the things that are coming in or going through your mind as a means to justify why you're not together, or why it doesn't work out very well when you communicate with them, or why are you not getting communication, is what I'm feeling maybe. Here, it's because the universe needed you to go down a path alone where you could really understand your intuition. And if you were there with your counterpart, you wouldn't have fully come to terms with that kind of stuff, and you wouldn't have released the things that you needed to release. I feel like, in a way, and I don't know what kind of communication is going on that's not being given to me, but there's a guilty pleasure here and a little bit of a satisfied kind of thing where that's what you're using to comfort and avoid tackling some things in your own life. You have that go-to place. And this other person, the full sense that I get here is that they've kind of been waiting. So I don't know if they're saying anything to you. I almost feel like they're not. But it's a knowing that they've kind of had, and they see it in the night sky, and that comforting glow of the moon. They know that when things come around and the two of you come together, which is the salvation, that is something that they dream of for the future, that it has to happen in just the right divine timing for the two of you. So they're kind of okay with having not been together. But as we're all passing these final tests, as we're all going through these final judgments, everything's changing very quickly. It's going to happen fast. I can't say it any more strongly than that. But you all just wait and see what's coming next. Because it's going to happen before you know it. I think it's going to happen in the next months for you guys. I just can't stop looking at the number 2. 2 months, 2 weeks maybe. Okay, so the first card here, and you can't see that when I turn on the other light though, it's the 7 of Swords. So with this 7 of Swords, somebody is very wise. Somebody has a lot of this wisdom, and they know how to use it. So I feel like if and when you have had communication in the past, maybe, it's the feel I get here, there could have been some sharp words or words that were interpreted or misunderstood. That's what I get, in a way where there's been a lack of communication since then to really fully explain that even, or somebody just gave up completely, but they're coming back around because they figured something out. They're about to make a change. A big move is coming. Oh, and here's then this Ace of Swords. That fully reinforces the meaning there. It's this new wisdom that they've found out, that they've come to terms with. They've learned a big life lesson. It was a blessing in disguise. And so now they're ready to reunite. They're just waiting for the right moment. They want to play it smart. And the last card is the King of Pentacles. So what I'm getting from this King of Pentacles is there is a lack of material, like attributes or resources at this point in time, and it's causing them some distress. Potentially, they would already be making a move if they could find a way to make that happen with what they had available to them now. But since they're not quite this is a reversed King of Pentacles. That's the thing that they may be working on in order to be able to make you fully happy when the two of you do get to be together, in one love in this lifetime. So that was pile 2, and thank you very much for watching. I hope this helps you out. My email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. If you're interested in a personalized reading, I can't wait to meet you. And these readings work so much better when we can be a little more personalized and, find out how it pertains to your own situation and your own life before we move on to the next card, as opposed to these generalized readings, which are, less effective. The message is still there. We just have to be so, broad with our explanations when we do these types of readings instead. So they are $30, em3dj3@gmail.com. And I want to remind you to stay thankful, stay grateful, so that we're all blessed collectively. And stay bright, because I love your vibes. Pile 2. Okay, moving on to pile 3 now. Whoops. Look for synchronicities. Those 8s, when you see them, you're about to manifest your love. Don't miss them. Okay, so if you picked pile number 3, then this portion of the reading is for you. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Ace of Wands in reverse. So your desires are not being met. And you could say in the bedroom, since this is a love read. 10 Swords in reverse. So you're going through some changes. And you're stabbing yourself in the back, but for that to be laying in the reversed position, you may be completing that job, and you needed that time alone to learn some lessons. Lessons, of course, blessings in disguise that were lessons that changed our life on your own. And it was about some hard work, a very productive, fluid time in your career, or where you decided you needed to manifest some material things. Maybe the environment you were in wasn't quite adequate for the two of you in this relationship to be productively enjoying each other's time. So that's why the universe, brought in some time for you to work on that stuff within yourself, so that you can be very proud of yourself and you can show them what you've been able to accomplish and who you've become. Because the final card is the Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands, it's those passions, those desires, and it's coming in quick. And this is so weird because with all 3 piles, and I guess it makes sense being the end of the judgment year, the judgment day, the final judgments are being made. And when it happens for all of us, we're basically going to snap our fingers. And it's going to be. And so it is, I do think that all 3 piles are getting their counterpart. And that's a beautiful thing. For you guys in this pile, you get 3 5s. Okay, so watch for that number. When you see those numbers, that synchronicity, that's when you need to pay attention to the world around you and see what the universe is trying to tell you. They're giving you a message. They're trying to grant you this wish, this person. And in these generalized readings, there's many different factors. So if you are with the person, they're telling you to watch for the signs of how you can communicate better, of how you can learn to love each other more in this moment. If you're not with the person, then pay attention to the people and your environment and what signs that they're giving you to lead you to that person. Okay, so for the letters that come, the first letter is J. And these are just randomly chosen, but they may have some significance to you. The second letter is K. And the third letter is the letter C. Okay. Now let's talk about your love life. Spirits guide me to give them the message they need. Those who chose pile number 3. Okay. The first thing I notice is this is the yin yang, because we've got 2 reversal cards and 2 upright cards. And I feel a strong, firm drawing to each other. We've got this knight who knows what he wants, his desires to be met with the desires, these sparks of desire that they were shutting off before. He's going to rush to them now. It's changing, he or she, because these are non-gender specific. And I feel like somebody may have been beating themselves up or surrendering into relationships that were not right for them in the past, or not communicating well with their true counterpart, while the other one was working very hard and productively and hasn't stopped working ever towards that goal of being together. It's been very important to them. I feel that just a strong pull, you guys, the polarities, the universe, the flux, the flow, you're being guided to each other strongly and firmly, because one of you deserves a lover that can treat them right and meet their desires, and the other one now is ready to work hard in a relationship. It's a game changer here, and it's going to move quickly for both of you. And just to finish up, we get 2 of Pentacles. And take 3 cards from the Luminant Spirit deck for everyone. So there's been a balancing act going on for each of you individually. And now the feel I get with this card here is that you're coming together as one. That snake, that ring on the bottom. I mean, you are one. And you're going to be able to balance out everything in your lives that you can see, feel, touch, and taste so much easier together. And this is going to bring you a lot of opportunities for material gains. That's what the universe has always been pushing for you guys to be together. You just weren't ready yet to be fully together. And then, we have a Tower in reverse. So this Tower card in reverse, it would normally be, some sudden upheavals, some, shattered pride, and huge disasters. But we really have to look at this in reverse in this case. And I see the communication, that guidance, that direct communication between the 2 of you. Your third eyes are communicating on a regular basis now. And this is the card number 16, if that's important to anybody. I feel like it's not going to happen in drastic ways. It's not going to be giant drama fest or this change that's occurring for this pile. You guys are so passionate about each other, and you haven't had each other over the years. you know, fully had each other. So I think that when it happens, when the change happens, it's going to be very smooth. And it's going to really help your pride, you know, and make you feel stronger, the two of you together instead. And I feel like you guys have a lot of things that you really, over the years, have been thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to share this with them. And so that's going to be what's happening for you as you step into the new, you know, past these final judgments, and then you get the reward that was yours to be had all along, because I feel like you guys have been very patient and have been working on yourselves a lot. The last card is the Two of Wands. This is a very beautiful card. This is two people who fully desire each other. So there's a lot of passion in this read. There's a lot of love. You guys do love each other, and you always have. There's never been another. If this is the globe of life, and the two of you, in your eyes, you could live in that globe. Just the two of you together in a world, and go through your days and be completely happy as one. I get flames here, twin flames, all the way. All that fire, and it's going to move quickly. But for you guys, you're the lucky pile that it's not going to bring, you know, all these like sudden catastrophes to learn stuff, because I feel like you've already learned a lot of lessons on your own. Kudos to you. Pile 3. Okay. So, as I said in the beginning, my email address